Hello, in this video we will see how to create product cards with Django. When a user clicks on jacket, he can see the different colors of this jacket. The user can also find the size and the price of the jacket. I created a Django project, its name products, and now I'm gonna use manage.py to start an app jackets. I'm gonna run the server to check if Django was installed successfully. In settings.py, I'm gonna add the app jackets to installed apps. In views.py, I'm gonna create a view. I'm gonna call it home. Return render request jacket.html. I'm gonna change the name of view to jackets. I'm gonna create folder for templates. Inside this folder, I'm gonna create an HTML file jackets. For the moment, I'm gonna just add a title jackets to this template. Of course, I have to create a URL for the view. I'm gonna copy the syntax of the path from comments, and I will change the name of the view. I have to import views from jackets. The view works. I'm gonna create models for jackets. The first model jackets, I'm gonna add two fields, brand and the name of the jacket. The second model, jacket detail, I will use this model for different colors of a jacket. First field, colors. I will add fields for prices of different sizes of a jacket. Small, medium, large, and extra large. Max digits 5 and decimal places 2. I'm gonna add a field for picture. I'm gonna use URL field. I'm gonna add foreign key jacket, so I can select all colors of a specific jacket. On delete equal models.cascade. There is an error in models.py. I have to write f of field on capital letters. I'm gonna use make migrations and migrate. I'm gonna create a super user so I can add jackets to database. In admins.py, I'm gonna register the models. From .models, import jacket and jacket details. admin.site.register jacket and admin.site.register jacket detail. In Django administration, I'm gonna add jacket. I'm gonna pick random jackets from Amazon. I'm gonna copy the name of the jacket. I'm gonna add a second jacket. I'm gonna add the different colors of each jacket. I'm gonna copy the URL of the image. It's not easy to copy the URL of images from Amazon. I have to use inspect and search on elements to find the URL. I'm gonna use examples from another site, Zalando. I will modify the jackets. On Zalando, I can copy the URL of the image by using the right click of the mouse. I'm gonna add two other colors. I'm gonna add two colors for the second jacket. In views.py, I'm gonna import models. I'm gonna save the jackets in database in a variable jackets. I'm gonna create a context so I can use jackets in template. In jackets.html, I'm gonna create a container. I'm gonna use for loop to display jackets. I'm gonna display jacket brand and jacket name. It didn't work. I forgot to add context to render. On browser, we can see the brand and the name of jackets. I'm gonna create a div detail to add the image and the price of each jacket. I'm gonna create a div jacket so I can display the jackets in the same line. I will use the query jacket.jacketDetail, the name of the model, dash set.all to get all colors of jacket. On browser, you can see that the first jacket has 3 objects and the second jacket has 2 objects. You can read the official documentation of Django to understand how foreign key works. I will put a link in description. To get only the first element, I will use .first instead of .all. Now I'm gonna add the image. I'm gonna add .picture to the query. The image is too big. I'm gonna use style to change the width of the image. First, I'm gonna move the title to the center. Then I'm gonna set the width of the image 300 pixels. Or I can set the width of the class jacket 25% and the width of the image 100%. I'm gonna use display flex to show jackets in the same line. I'm gonna add margin between jackets. Next, I'm gonna add the price of the jackets. I will show the price of the small size. I will put the image in a link element. So when the user click on image, he will be redirected to the view detail. I will add the link later because I didn't create the view detail yet. In views.py, I'm gonna create a new view detail. I'm gonna add a new parameter jacket.id so we can get a jacket by its ID. I'm gonna import getObject or 404. Jacket equal getObject or 404 jacket ID equal jacket ID. GetObject or 404 will return the error 404 if it don't find the jacket of the ID jacket ID in database. In templates, I'm gonna create a new HTML file detail. In detail.html, I'm gonna add the brand of the jacket. In urls.py, I'm gonna create a URL for the view detail. This is the way to get a variable from an URL. Detail slash int. Int is the type of the variable. 2 point jacket ID. Jacket ID is the name of the variable. On browser, I'm gonna test the view. Detail slash 1, I get the brand Luvis. Detail slash 2, I get the brand BHG. Detail slash 4, I get the error 404 because there isn't a jacket that has an ID 4 in database. In HTML file, I'm gonna add the name of the jacket. I'm gonna create a new div. Inside it, I'm gonna add the image of the jacket. In style section, I'm gonna set the width of the image 350 pixels. On browser, we can see brand, name, and the image. I'm gonna create a div class 1 so I can change its style later. I'm gonna create a new div after the div of the image. I'm gonna use for loop to show all colors of the jacket. I'm gonna add classes to the divs class 2 and class 3. In div class 3, I'm gonna show images of the different colors of the jacket. I'm gonna set the width of these images 50 pixels. Don't forget and for. First, I'm gonna show the name of the color. Then I'm gonna show the image of the color. We can see on browser name and images of different colors. I'm gonna use display flex to show small images on right side of the main image. I'm gonna add a margin between small images and the main image. I'm gonna add margin left to the brand and the name of the jacket. I'm gonna use select list to show prices and sizes of each color. First option, size. I'm gonna remove disabled. I'm gonna add break after the image. I don't want to show image and select list on the same line. In jacket.html, I'm gonna add a link to the view detail. href equals /detail/1. I'm gonna just do test before adding the right ID. It works, so I'm gonna add the ID of jacket. Next, we're gonna use JavaScript to change the main image. I'm gonna give the main image an ID picture. I'm gonna put the name of color inside div colors. Images inside div pictures. And list inside div prices. I'm gonna create a class active to add a border to the active image. I'm gonna use if condition to add the class active only to the first image. I'm gonna create a class height to keep only the price and the name color of the active image. If not, for loop.first, add the class height. It didn't work. I'm gonna add condition to h3 element. Names of second and third colors are hidden. I'm gonna add condition to select list. Now I have only color name and sizes of the active image. In script section, I'm gonna write a JavaScript code that changes the main image on mouse over. I'm gonna save the element of the main image in a variable picture. I'm gonna save small images in an array pictures. Query selector, select the element with the class 3. Get element by tag name emg. This gets all images inside the div class 3. On browser, on console, I'm gonna show you the variable pictures. It's an array of emg elements. Now I'm gonna add event listener to images of colors. First, I'm gonna save the length of the array pictures in a variable choices. Next, I'm gonna save the index of the active image in a variable index of active picture. Now I'm gonna use for loop to add event listener to each image. On mouse over, the src of active image will be equal to hovered image. It didn't work. Something is wrong. It didn't work because I forgot S. Now it works. I'm gonna remove the border from the previous active image. I'm gonna add the border to the new active image. And I'm gonna update the index of active picture. Next, I'm gonna show the color name of the active image. I'm gonna save h3 element of the class 3 in an array colors. Mouse over, I'm gonna add the class height to the previous active color name. And I'm gonna remove the class height from the new active color name. Finally, I will do the same thing for prices. I'm gonna save all select elements in an array choices. I'm gonna add the class height to the previous active select. And I'm gonna remove it from the new active select. This is how to show the different colors of an product. This is the end of this video. If you have a question, comment. Until the next time, take care.